like nature on the Viper, who was doing a lot of work. I mean, already off the bat, you can see how both Vipers are trying to establish themselves, as it'll be clear up top. Headhunter will connect. Corey drops. First blood, good for Disguise defense.
Yeah, you're going to be seeing a lot of early A main skirmishes like that. It's just such a big area of the map to control. You can use it on the attacking side to obviously split A, but you can still bounce back to B through this broken wall that we're seeing used right now. Steel trying to counter it with his own paranoia to slow it down. Trailblazer comes through and stuns Steel, but Zip's there for backup.
Yeah, really good dark cover here from Steel as well. Allows him a chance to even actually take a little bit of space away with Genghsta kind of cutting through mid-map, but once more, clear. Headhunter connects, Nature falls, and as the kills turn up in favor of Disguise defense, it's Kanpeki, last one left, and with the Frenzy, a little bit of damage gained. 9 HP, though, not going to allow him to survive for much longer. Yeah, they look like they want to move really quickly. Actually, it's just a sentry turret initially. That will be instantly deleted. Steel throwing out dark cover, and the double stack close for Disguise will be helped by way of the paranoia, which does actually connect, but DSM were not at the front door. They were a little bit beyond it, and from the top of mound, no problem for those ARs to lock things up. No worries, leaving clear by himself for a 1v5.
I mean, that's just such a wide area for a paranoia.
Yeah.
I mean, it's only going to cover like a subsection of C main, and so there's going to be one whole side that's completely unfazed. And
so this is a lot of trust that the new guy up can handle the pressure of TSM if it does come that direction, which the lockdown will give us at least some insinuation that it should be. But look at the defense, already kind of not just stretched in towards C, but you've got a long flank on the way from Steel. This could technically collapse, pending, of course, that TSM don't get a clean plant here.
Yeah, I mean, this is your classic 5-on-5 situation, but the Viper's pit is going to go down. Steel, though, has his flank work. He catches Gamal over at C mounts. That gives them every angle of attack possible to get back into this. But again, that Viper's pit is down. There's a turret up. It's still going to be tough for DSG to find a way in this.
The Trailblazer actually doesn't quite C7, does connect at the end of it. That allows at least a trade to come out, but Kanpeki still locking things up. And it's just not all that clean, is it? Nature still holding inside of his own smoke, although Zip is able to turn the tides just a touch here, but Nature still alive and well inside of the green mist. Leaves Zip by himself, 1v2, flashed in this attempt. And well, TSM have repositioned around this, but kill comes through. Problem here is going to be the time, and Ziff will give it away. Does take down Nature on the exit, but ultimately 100%. Oh, and how about the quick play from Corey? Just darts right through mid, shuts down the potential threat of the Viper's pit in the showstopper counter. DSM now looking to stay aggressive. 7 holding down the trigger, but turned away. DSG fight back. Numbers now with them. 4v3 as the spike is planted just on the top side of B, and TSM are looking to go greedy. Pushing through, trying to get into the defensive spawn, where they're met by the tour de force with a little extra help. Now Kanpeki, 1v3. Overgrowth is here. Footsteps come out, but Steel still catches Kanpeki by surprise, and the retake is good. Nearly as forced as we've seen in previous rounds. Paranoia is out. That will allow a peek to come through. Gamon sends the same favor back, and with the combination of the flashes, there's a nice little breakdown. Paranoia on one side, Guiding Light on the other. Works out for the first 2 kills.
And that's just something that we noted as soon as TSM made the roster change. Like, they have quickly been able to find a way to build some really good team play with, utilizing the utility in combination with each other and just the timings at which they peak together as a unit. It's actually so impressive how rapidly they've been able to get on the same page with the new leadership and with the new fifth.
Using things like the Paint Shells, Boombot, obviously Guiding Lights, Trailblazers, all of their utility to enter have found a lot of value. And now Corey's going to do it the hard way. Showstopper right down Main Street. Steel gets a lot of them, but not enough. And that will be good for first blood. And the spike will be moving in towards A. This is Corey by himself, by the way. And if he catches a second for free here, oh goodness, this could put the defense in a bit of a tizzy. But now, of course, the spike is down. Maybe a chance to do the little from the shadows pickup. Sure is. Yep. And now the executes on towards C.
Yeah, thought there was a bit of a mistake there, but with the From the Shadows being available, easy to pick up that spike and kind of use it as a bit of a fake. And now they have full control of C site in this 4-on-4 situation. Snakebite slow down the plant just a tight bit, but Nature responds with his own, and now Gamon's able to get in. He's getting spammed up. Lockdown will now come in from 7 to really make this retake a lot more difficult.
Oh, yeah. Difficult is one word. Borderline impossibility is another.
Or at least for a few more seconds. They got to work this thing out.
Yeah.
Then they got to work fast.
Yes. And you still have things like Paranoias ready to go. Again, the utility that TSM have held on to has been so good. Trailblazer in. DSG, time to go. Have to make this happen. It needs to be all at once. You'd think, and oh boy, they read Riku just before the poison cloud comes out. Clear by himself, stuck on sight, shoot up by a nano swarm.
Frees them up to be a lot more heavily rotated towards the A side as his attack is coming in. So
yeah,
they're in position. Now they just got to win their fights.
Well, here comes the XQ Trailblazers, the first thing out. Guiding Light allows a chance for Kamon to try to peek, but he gets caught off guard through the dark cover. Xif's able to find the elimination. Now pushing forward. Kanpeki next one up. And he wants to play up close, but this is a 50-50 guess, and he guesses incorrectly. The TSM from behind actually able to kind of sneak around. Blood is guaranteed. And now you're moving your offense right into the teeth of this setup from 7. Nano Swarm will allow a little bit of a deterrent when it comes to how many players can make their way on. He actually gets a lot of damage in towards Steel as well. So yes, the site is taken, but the defense definitely holds some advantages when it comes to health and numbers.
Yeah, they definitely have the numbers, and they're all able to come together here into back halls. There is that chance that we could see Genghsta get in behind somehow. Meanwhile, Steel holding the site pretty firmly, actually able to get a frag and get away, but now TSM latch on, and they're not holding up.
Yanks the last one left. Snakebite at his feet, has to back away. Dark covers in. Just gets caught channeling the second one.
Utility to start clearing things out, but Kamon has to counter Paranoia. So could lead to some interesting interactions as Riku drops the lockdown, though, and that's going to alleviate a lot of pressure. They're also faking that they could go back to B with that door. So at this point, TSM's kind of at a standstill, and eventually they're going to have to fall back off this site.
Oh, but the Paranoia connects. Kamon is going to stick through it, and he gets 2 for the effort. That is unbelievable. The second player also detained was 7, and he does not have the same fate. So we go to a 3v3, and initially the lockdown play sounded great, but TSM make the hard decision to stick in it, get detained, come away with a couple of kills, and now the trade on the backside will open up a rifle to be picked up. And so we've got a Stinger rifle combo in a 2v2, steal and clear off the plant, still have some utility to play off of. And they're going to get a little bit of a heads up here as far as where this boombot's coming from and how the defense wants to retake. Snake bites down. Spam for Steel, not quite going to land. Here comes TSM forward, clear on the corner, right with them. You've got Nature, okay, Steel's gonna be able to get the first, and then the trade from Clear. Nature, not a lot of ultimates from the side of DSG, even close. Whereas Nature, oh, it's Corey, how does he get both of those? Another impressive transfer. I was just about to say, if you feel the pressure on this hit towards B, you could put the Viper's Pit down if you're Nature, but now it's kind of this brute force mentality. You just have to commit to something, and you're going to do it blindly, most likely.
Yeah, they're going to go for B. Turret's going to spot up. It's quickly cleaned out. No one really in position to contest despite from making it into sight to actually plant. But still, TSM owns such a massive man advantage for the retake itself.
Clear has to clean up.
He has to, yeah, exactly.
Corey, showstopper on the corner, gets one. Does he expect Clear in the corner, though? No, he doesn't. So it's an even trade. And now Zip from inside the site has a good lockdown on where TSM's coming from, but it's Nature who turns it back in favor of TSM. Clear now had to essentially watch 2 things at once. And for now, 7 is on the way in, but they will be pressed out just a touch. Genghsta taking some vulnerability damage off the snake bite, but still makes his way forward, and it just comes down to how do you want to place this Viper's Pit? Because TSM, they're looking at they want to contest this quickly, and yeah, here they come. 7 on the way in, denied. Xif also locking on the front door, and that'll be good for the first 2 kills, favoring to DSG. But Golan is not out of the play yet. TSM still trying to fight their way back, and they get 2. The trademark slows things down just a touch. A little bit of overgrowth healing coming in, but we have a 3v3. TSM still trying to surround this Viper's Pit. Gomond up top. You've got clearance from Corey, just trying to spam through some corners, but DSG counter. Now a 3v2 to the offense. But here comes Kanpeki. On the way in, flashes come through. The Nanostorm chewing up Gomond, who's gonna be down to about 1 HP. But as Kanpeki finds one, Gomond on the edge will try to force out more spam. Another Nanoswarm in. Snakebite gonna fade away. Gomond, now the 1v1 to try to save this map, but time has been a problem, and Gomond will back away, but will not be allowed to get out. Definitely isolatable, though. I mean, Corey is not anywhere nearby. Trailblazer is out. It won't see too much, but it does actually catch Kanpeki, who still gets 1. Are you kidding? And then has the flash to get himself out. Ain't shells to give a little bit of a deterrent. And now 7 on the cross through mid. Oh, it's all gone wrong here.
It's just the timing. It's just the timing, man. The Trailblazer got there way too late.
Yeah.
And Kanpeki was still able to get the frag before the Trailblazer could actually get the impact of having intel. And now Gamon comes up and finds Zip up close, and this might be done.
7 are on the back. Able to find one for free. Riku just trying to stay alive while his lockdown is still channeling, but it's not going to work out. TSM pressed, tested by DSG. but ultimately still find themselves on top 14-12, the map 1 count.
Yeah, very scrappy game. Let's be real. It looked like it was going to be dominant at first from TSM based on the first half. I mean, and even at points in the second half, it was like, yeah, they lost pistol and such, but they're still winning all the gun rounds, you know? But I have to give credit to DSG. They're going to be pretty crafty.
It's just the sentry turret at B main door. Knife is out. Haunt over towards A lobby. No information for TSM off of any of that, so now you should definitely have the idea that this is going to be coming towards B, and there's the dash on in towards the site. TSM, like you mentioned, we're looking to play through mid, but kind of have to give that away in order to kind of recontest through market.
Yeah, it's going to be a really scrappy 5 versus 5 situation here. Spike planted in the corner of the site, but with so many players still standing, and one of which is on this long con mid, this could get interesting. This interaction right here.
Oh, Kanpeki expects it though. With that elimination, now everything could be forced forward. Recon dart for Sova is out. That will stop the play a little bit longer. The Paranoia actually connects onto 2 different players. XXiF may have to respond with his pop flash. And as the hit is on the way, even exchange comes through. 2v3 situation, numbers still with TSM, time becomes a little bit of an issue. Genghsta in the back, by himself, isolated. XXiF on the corner, traded out, just down to Genghsta for the 1v2, gets the first, dashing close! Oh! What a shot from Genghsta! We've got the fate of nature now, watching it, gets in when crosses. Corey on the close angle, takes down one and nearly gets the focus over towards Riku for a second, who fights back with that Sheriff. How about that elimination for Disguise? But the Nanoswarms will hold just a little bit longer on this hit. 3v2, numbers the TSM.
30 seconds left.
Nanoswarm pushes off nature. Still have to find a way to get into the site though if you're Disguised, trying to make their way through back sidewalk. Lots of damage through the walls, but XXiF will get on for a plant. Just comes down to how do you hold this with like a collective 20 HP between 2 members. Well, that helps. Nature takes down the first. On the corner, caught on the reload, but Riku.
All I need to know is Valorant economics, right?
That's true.
That's all I need to know, at least for right now, this moment, yes.
Good shock dart. 7 on the corner will be tagged by that. Nanoswarm at his feet. Second shock coming out. There's the null command. 7 with the judge on the corner. The Nanoswarm will delay a little bit further. Here comes the hit for DSG. 7. How about that? Just it completely ignores clear. Oh my goodness, that is so good. But the regen and the revival come out.
It's so hard to have the discipline and just forget about it and just focus up. He delivers the 3 frets to the judge, but now we're in 2 versus 2. Still some time. Spike has not gone down yet. Riku's kind of trapped in market right now, getting pressured heavily. Kanpeki now just cleans up clear a little bit.
Oh, huge win.
But that's a big win, yeah, like you said.
Okay, Kanpeki now 1v2. Flash out, trying to quickly take care of one, and that's very well done. But now it's just the null command left. Do you really even need to spend that against a Jet? Surely not. So it goes into a pretty raw 1v1. Clear on 48 HP. Kanpeki a little healthier. And they're on opposite sides of this double stack box from one another. But as Kanpeki continues to clear angles, maybe he expects on the corner. How about it?
On the A side itself. Nice smoke up as well, but DSG looking to force through it. Smoke dash from clear to generator.
Clear, just completely red. The Nightfall was triggered perfectly by TSM. The fragment as well just kept DSG out of the site. And now as the Cosmic Divide is already committed, Deal's caught in a corner, needs to win a tough 1v2 situation and will not walk away with anything. So TSM looking good for possibly a flawless here 5v2 situation. Spike down inside the site, and the Cosmic Divide has faded away.
Such a great contact play there between Gamon and company on the site just to get the free kill on the steal. Now Corey rotates over with the operator. Now it is early enough where there's still plenty of time for this split from DSG, and they also have tree control and stuff outside B, so they can take this any way they want it. It's going to be Steel once again pressing up tree, but this time Corey catches him with the classic.
Oh, and Guamon, who uses it from the shadows to get on towards site, will also take down a first blood. Dark cover trying to give him a little bit of separation, but it's Kanpeki who gets 2 completely random headshots. Oh, it just keeps getting so closer, Disguised.
30 seconds left.
But now the new guy in, Riku, 1v3, 25 seconds, has to make the play, and Kanpeki will take down all 3 of the remaining offensive members. Burst will deny any sort of field of vision. And now the hit for Disguise coming very rapidly. Flashes are in. Nanoswarms are being triggered defensively by 7, just trying to hold on for as long as possible. First point of contact is over towards the sidewalk. Seven backs away, and the reveal is just so massive. But it only turns into a 1-for-1. Nature, the next one in, kind of has to decide how he wants to finesse this, and Disguise are putting together a take here pretty darn cleanly. TSM will take care of Steel at mid-map, but the spike will still be planted. 3v2 we go.
And then now they're both on site.
Ooh. Rico still able to collect one of the rifles. Now it turns into a very 2v2 with now the lockdown earned. Next contact, Genghsta takes the forced fight versus Kanpeki. So Corey trying to come through quickly. Genghsta expects it, and how about it? First thrifty of the day.
Are clear away to tree, so that's gonna hurt a little bit.
Oh, this is new. Hunter's Fury's out. Wait a second, Genghsta's kind of stuck here. Paranoia comes out. He has to put away the Hunter's Fury, and the aggression for the first time for TSM works out on the backside of the site. The rest of TSM are holding nearly flawlessly, and talk about that for a little curveball for TSM in the final round of the half. They've won all three so far as we swap the sides. A chance to go 4 for 4. From the offensive side, they're going to go quick. Oh, why not? TSM have an opportunity to catch a couple players off guard here. First blood good. Genghsta responds, turns this to a 4v4, and Disguised on site are actually looking pretty solid at the moment. They still got numbers watching this cross. And for a second you thought maybe Genghsta puts the play out of rest, but it's Seven who gets 2 off that little pinch through stairs. Steel wants to go quick to try to contest, and he does actually take care of one cleanly, leaving Gamon now by himself for the 1v2. Not a lot of utility remaining. That's the last dark cover that could be spent. But taking their time on the reapproach here is Disguised. Stacked up, both players playing through sidewalk. Now the approach on towards the site. Range. Gamon may have missed his chance. But no, still able to take care of one in the nebula. You thought for a moment, maybe. Use this. You're down 7-10. Call it 7-11 because you're not going to have any money for the round after.
That's a good point. They are very equipped with mid control and tree control here, though, with all the utility. And look at this push! All the paranoia! And that's what I've been waiting for, shit. I've been waiting for them to come together on a utility play like that. Great teamwork there.
Flash, but Steel up top shuts down the threat of the knives. This should still be a plan, but Steel is making a mess of this, and then Riku starts tapping from behind. He only had a judge. So the Classic gets some work down. Kanpeki tested, reads the first, does not expect that Steel's also still up top, though. Who goes to the Classic of his own? What in the world is happening? 1v1. Kanpeki on 5 HP. Riku upgraded to the Vandal. On the corner, Nanoswarm comes out. Riku toggles for the defuse. Kanpeki holding his ground. Loses sight. Footsteps around the back. Ring around the rose and Kanpeki!
TSM looking to lock and load A early here.
Yeah, I'll say. Little command right off the rip. Clear still here. Needs to hit a shot. Needs to have it. Nano swarm out. Nightfall also in. But Clear still gets the angle. Finds the first blood. Paranoia out for Gamon. Spike will be planted. And for Disguise, this will be a delayed retake thanks to lockdown. Unless they can find an answer to this. I mean, they're looking to stack towards tree, but no, Dust, they're going to back away a little bit.
Yeah, I'm scared for Gamon taking this much leverage, but it could work out. Oh! Riku able to get the instant trade, though, gets it back into a 3-on-3, but look at Corey's positioning.
Defensive lockdown in, though. Cosmic Divide also separating the site in half. Sentry Turret will play defense. And Kanpeki sneaks through, finds Steel, and now Corey around the back denies the lockdown. Everything going wrong for Disguise. Have to get this done the hard way, which very well they may be up for. Riku gets one, stays alive, has a second chance to Kanpeki when the trade comes out. Now down to Clear. 1v1 with Corey. Has to hold, though. That's the problem about it, there's not enough time.
To A lobby. They're looking just to play their numbers here, but they're looking to use their utility to clear out these close corners and make sure they don't run to a stack.
Cover going out.
Utility is going to get them a little bit more forward on tree all of a sudden, so A is certainly the intended target at this point, and the site itself is clear.
Yeah.
Short of this turret in the corner. Timmy the turret here is about to find some trouble.
Monta's out. TSM make their move. Zip up top. Backs away a little while longer. Spike now being planted. Trying to play off the C's. Not going to work out for too much here either. And a chance for Disguise to now make their hit. 3-2 split. Steel placing stars. Kanpeki here with it. Fragment trying to block the archway. Disguise had to back up to respect that play. And now time is becoming a major issue. Once again, you've got to make your move. You got to make it now. And on towards site goes Clear. 7, Kanpeki. First 2 shots connect. But how about Genghsta and Zip responding in kind? Giving this an opportunity. Riku also in the play. Now down to Zip. Needs one more shot. Oh, goodness. Zip up close, lots of utility stacking over towards A lobby, and there it is. So, they do get on to TSM. Corey's already through. Seven's taking a little bit of a chunk of damage here, but TSM have largely gotten into position. Clear's gonna miss the opening shot with the operator. Kanpeki with the quick plant. This is how this happens. TSM now stacked up over towards tree. A little double swing comes out and Riku gets 3. Oh my goodness, how good is that from the next guy up here for Disguise?
That will kind of sniff this out, so they'll be aware. We're also seeing some pressure from TSM on tree with the Prowler. It does force Zip back. So again, TSM doing some good things here in the early round to grab themselves some real estate. But what can they do off of it? Clear finding the first frag. That's a problem.
Oh, well, wait a second. Here's the thing. Bomon uses the from the shadows to get into the back, and I was going to say Kanpeki can be brought back off of this position. Nature needs to hold it down. Not going to be able to. So Corey's the last one standing. 1v2 situation. Good read on the first one. Damage tallied onto XXiF, but he's tagged in return as well. And now on the cross. Sees an angle, but XXiF shuts him down. And Disguise put together some unbelievable defensive rounds in a row and take map number 2, 13-10.
My goodness, man, it's kind of the story of Disguised having such a dependable defense all second half long, but TSM also being a team that found themselves in a lot of, favorable positions in the early round.
We're going to have an opening play for Disguised towards B. Alarmbot will get a read on this, but you got to keep in mind, Disguised have been perfect on their pistols so far, 4 for 4. And now with an open B site, they may actually look to choose to put the post plant together kind of towards C Link as TSM come around the back.
Yeah, they're looking to take a lot of space off of B. They're looking to try to take garage and everything, which is nice. I like when teams do that, but they are dealing with this big flank from TSM. Great paranoia there is going to force them back. And Kanpeki able to grab a frag here.
Oh, and then through the wall, 7 gets more, but Clear puts together the double. Now towards the site they go. Clear! Oh! Still one more to get for the ace. This will be a 1v3 as well on top of that. Come on, then a little bit of trouble. Dark cover will allow him a chance maybe to get on towards the site. The dash will expire. There's the toggle on the shoulder. Has to check for it, but time's becoming a problem, and Clear will get
He's got Corey inside the site with him. Kanpeki not too far away. So defensively, they have all their angles covered, but it's about whether or not they can connect the frags.
Well, you have Riku who's continuing to make this play over towards Link. If there are kills on site, maybe this becomes a little bit more flexible for Disguise, but it's Corey who gets 2 from inside. Now it has to be Riku, and 7 picks him up on the cross. Steal. Any more heroics from you today? Not a lot of time to make the play. Shotgun out, that works. Back over to the Guardian. Oh my goodness, he nearly tallies another elimination. Disguise maybe looking to go quick here through Seal. Yeah, sure are. Recon bolt deep. Star placement down, 7 on the crossover through Garage Link will only be able to do so much. Alarmbot, Nanoswarm will delay this a little while longer, but huge advantage here to Disguise getting on first. And you got to remember that so far through this series, their post-plant setups have been really solid.
Lockdown, though, is going to clear the site, but that's a great counter rolling thunder to allow them to push into back calls and destroy that lockdown.
And the Cosmic Divide allows this to happen even more freely. So now, what do you use if you're TSM to get back into sight? Your whole retake was hinged off of that lockdown finding success. You've got a long double stack coming over to try to work the flank, but Disguise are not holding the post plant deep. They're trying to hit this right in front of TSM before they get into the Nebula. Time's still an issue. Steal, shorty out, lots of damage, no kills. Reveal comes through. TSM trying to fight this one back. It's Clear in the corner, can only do so much, and now it's just down to Riku. Kanpeki on the outside is denied, and no... Genghsta for the plant. And once more, Riku's going to watch the mid-cross. TSM will not give him an opportunity to catch anything through B. And you still have Kanpeki, who's avidly watching this rolling thunder at the ready. 5v4 retake. Both hands up. Here we go. Smoke over. Dark cover will kind of force Zip into a difficult spot to contest. Paranoia is also on the way in, but the Aftershock actually delays this a little while longer and Clear's the one who actually gets first blood in the retake attempt. Zip still with flashes. Genghsta in the corner, nearly gets 1. But Riku on the flank is the big difference maker. 2v2. Nature tagged, but as Riku falls, now Clear has to move forward, and 7 watches it the whole way.
We get to the final round of the half here. Again, kind of split pressure from DSG. Pressuring Garage, pressuring B. They've been able to get Steel up through along C side. lockdown to really solidify the threat of the B hit.
This could still be a commitment to go through Garage to C, by the way. It doesn't have to be necessarily a play towards B. So Riku once again on towards his antics, 7th and 9, trying to take an early aggressive angle, and Riku, while fault line, still finds the headshot. It's perfection from Disguised on the entry. And TSM are down to just 2, and it's an Op Guardian combination, and Disguised can smell blood in the water. Make their aggressive play forward, spike down Nature for the 1v5. Good luck, have fun.
Dude, it's just the fact that DSG found a way to use the B site so many different ways throughout the course of the half.
Potential play through long, and TSM will give up in the play and now make their attention happen towards B, where exactly Observers and Alarm Bot Nanostorm combo is waiting, but they run right around it, and this feels familiar because DSG did almost the exact same thing. Oh, but it's red. Clear gets 1. More on the way. Clear? No, not this time. No aces for him in his pistol. Riku through mid-map. Oh, well won. And so now with the spike planted, the defense looking to overwhelm and surround. In the corner, Kanpeki turns away 1. Needs to keep 7 on the site, is a bit trapped and deterred. Kanpeki off the flash, and the reload cannot quite take the fight. And especially considering it's not just been perfect pistols, but near perfect follow-ups from Disguised as well. Haven't lost a single follow-up round after winning the pistols, although TSM have gotten close to fighting some of these back. Corey in the corner doesn't check his last, surprisingly enough, but he was completely isolated. Again, the utility from Disguised looking good to try to stop them at the front door, but TSM still running forwards, and well, they run to meet their death. 4 kills for XXiF.
That could make the world of difference.
Oh, TSM are gonna go quick. Steal on the site, trying to live inside the nebula. Only gets 1. A good look at the second, but Pinstripe goes the kill feed. We've got ourselves a 3v3. Spike down for a moment. Hunter's Fury was called very early here from Genghsta, trying to stop this play from happening. But now as the lockdown comes through, so will the spike be planted. And DSG will likely have to wait, but Clear still able to find 1 before ultimately, again, being traded back, and we have a 2v2.
Indeed. Lockdown allows TSM to get safely at long C to play the post plant here with the spike open for them. Exactly what they want.
Nature still has 2 shock darts. Vault line in. Recon bolt destroyed. Genghsta gonna hop on. Who peaks this first for TSM? And you get your answer. 7.
Scott.
Sometimes maybe good.
Oh boy.
Maybe not. Quick aggression. Steal with the Guardian. Wants to get forward. Trying to help out Clear. But oh, they're caught. Oh no, it's all gone wrong. In every form of the word, it's all gone wrong. And now TSM hold a 4v2. 7 is making waves over towards C, where maybe Riku can turn the tides because the rotation was coming to C. And wouldn't you know it, Riku has a chance to still fight back. Lockdown at the ready. And quickly on rotation, here comes Genghsta. This is all fightable considering TSM's early numbers.
It's going to be tough, though. Like you said, he does have a lockdown, but that's really about it. And he tries to sniff 1. Tries to sneak 1 through, gets caught. Corey finds Genghsta, and that's going to be all she wrote.
More than ever. And TSM are going to use Corey's blades to enter in towards sight. Sentry turret is in place. Hunter's Fury coming through, but Corey's missing a handful of shots, but still isolated as steel. The defensive lockdown on the way in. Gomon able to stay alive, even though his teammate was throwing a lot of those Hunter's Fury shots his way. And now, the fault line actually connecting on to pretty much everybody who's inside the site. Flashes on both sides. Kanpeki looking for the corner, but DSG tried to turn it back. 4v3. Numbers to TSM. Rolling Thunder out, but TSM from inside the site. No one cleared Corey. It was a tough battle. It was a tight battle. But TSM take it in 3, 13-10.